Well, hello there folks, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you again and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea, or if you're new, a warm welcome to you also. My name's Cheryl, this is What's for Tea, and this is just the part of the week where I show you what I made for the family meals this week. This is just our main meal of the day. You might call it dinner, we call it tea. I usually start off on Monday all the way through till today, which is Sunday. And as usual, just at the end, I've got a selection of your comments from during the week as well. So let's go and see what we had this week. So starting off on Monday with good old mince and tatties. So it's some buttered new potatoes, some minced beef with onions and peas, and some mashed neeps or turnips just at the back there. Moving on to Tuesday, you'll have seen this already if you watched my recipe of the week. This was my slow cooker creamy mushroom chicken with mashed potato and some tender stem broccoli, and this was delicious. And any recipes that I featured here will appear in the description box down below. Moving on to Wednesday, and I just made a burger. We just fancied a burger. So I had a toasted bun with some barbecue sauce. That's the burger there, with some mozzarella cheese, a wee bit of tomato and the top of the bun. Nice for a wee change this, with some potato wedges and a wee bit of coleslaw on the side, just instead of some salad for a wee change. Then moving on to Thursday, a really simple one this time, with some bangers and some chips and some baked beans. And this, believe it or not, this was a lovely combination, an absolute classic. Moving on to Friday, and I made my usual steak and cheese pasta bake, and again the recipe will be in the description box down below. This is a big favourite in the house. It's absolutely delicious. Whether you make it with ground beef or corn mince, is just as delicious. We just did that with some garlic bread. Moving on to Saturday with steak pie, so again with some mashed turnip, a few roast potatoes, a wee potato croquette there, and that's the steak and gravy with some puff pastry on top. And again, I will leave a recipe for steak pie in the description box down below. Moving on to today, and we just had some slow cooker gammon, and again the recipe will be in the description box down below. So that's the gammon, some new potatoes, some broccoli and a wee ring of pineapple, which we think goes brilliantly with gammon, and some apple cider gravy. I was going to say apple cider vinegar, apple cider gravy over the top, and that was absolutely delicious. So that was our week of meals this week. So I'm just going to move on and read a few of your comments from during the week. So our first comment is from good old Gary Boyd. Now, Gary never fails to put a smile on my face, and I'm so chuffed because a lot of you are recognising his comments as the mushroom man. So he's written, mushrooms, who the hell would use those? Just anyone in their right mind. Chicken and mushrooms, such a classic combo. Actually, if we replace the milk and soup with more cream and water, add a few more mushrooms, perhaps another spoon of cream cheese to make it thick, it is a weight loss dish. You could eat it over cauliflower rice. That would be all it would take to make this a keto version of this dish. It's very close already. Milk in Campbell's soup has too many carbs / sugar, but are easily replaced, and the veg you had is keto too. And what he's referring to is a keto or ketogenic diet, which basically eliminates all carbohydrates, and it's a very high protein diet, which, it's a very good diet for weight loss. Not that I'm promoting that at all. I'm not telling you just to eat, singly protein and eliminate your carbs, but he is completely right. It's an excellent weight loss diet, but I just would not have the self-discipline for that. Hats off to those who can follow a keto diet, but I just love my bread, my pasta and my potatoes too much. But yeah, hats off if you can follow that kind of diet. So thank you very much for your comment, Gary, again. Next comment is from Orly Maron. I think that's how you pronounce your surname. Apologies if that's wrong. But another delicious dish, do you have liners for the crock pot? They really save with cleanup and you don't need to heat the water at the start. Do you know what? It's just something I've always done and it's a bit of a habit of mine. I know you don't have to do it, but it's just something that I've always done. Like I said, it's just a bit of a habit now. And no, I don't have any liners. I know that you can buy liners for your crock pot, but it's just, you know, it's not something I've ever bothered with. But yeah, I do know that you can get them. So thank you very much for your comment. The next one is from Bibina and she said, lovely dish. I don't mind the calories for this one. I'll definitely try this for next week. I'm glad we can find all these ingredients easily. Thank you. Well, you're very welcome and I really do hope you give it a go because it's so tasty and by far, you know, one of the tastiest slow cooker dishes that I've ever tried. So I definitely, you know, highly recommend it if you like this kind of thing. So thank you very much for your comment and lovely to see you again. And the next comment is from Popple Backyard Farm, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. And they've written, this is so perfect for busy people and it looks delicious. You know, that's the beauty of slow cooker meals. They are so fuss free and so easy to do, and you know, and they do take quite a long time to make, but it is perfect if you're busy and you're on the go and you've got so many other things to do, or if you're going to be out for a few hours, you know, you just throw everything in and you come back hours later and you've got your dinner ready just to be put out, and that's perfect, especially for, you know, busy people like me, people who are working. Like I said, I do work, so sometimes, you know, you don't have time to stand over a cooker or stand fussing around, so it's perfect if you're a busy person. So thank you very much for your comment. You're absolutely right. The next comment is from Rosie O'Grady and she's written, yum, fantastic recipe. What a wonderful early Christmas present. Kudos to Mr. What's for Tea. Thumbs up as always. And Rosie is referring to a post that I'd put up on my community page, or it might have been in one of my videos where I said that I'd got the new iPhone 11 from Mr. What's for Tea as an early Christmas present. And as a lot of you know, I do use my iPhone to film and edit my videos. So I was using my iPhone 10, but like I said, Mr. What's for Tea got me the new iPhone 11 last week, which I've been using, you know, for the last couple of videos. So a few of you have noticed a wee difference in the quality, which is fab, because that's what I was hoping for, because I was having a few issues with lighting for meals of the week and different things. So yep, so that's what she's referring to. So thank you very much for your comment, Rosie. It's lovely to see you as usual. The next comment is from Gillian and she said, wow, that corn was cheap. I would have bought loads. You know, and I've got quite a few folk have actually said to me how expensive corn is where, you know, where they are in the world. I think in some countries it's quite expensive, no, but it's quite cheap here. You can get quite a big bag for £1.60, which I think is about $2 in the States, you know, so it is quite cheap here. And we do actually have, you know, we've usually got quite a few bags of this in the freezer already, so I don't find the need to pick up too many bags at the one time. And I will just use it instead of, you know, minced beef and the likes of, if I'm making a chilli or a bolognese or a shepherd's pie, if I want to use something else instead of ground beef, and it does make a lovely substitute. So I'd highly recommend that, you know, if you're looking for something else to use instead of ground beef. So thank you very much for your comment. And then we've got another comment from Babina and she said, looks yummy. I wish we could get gammon in the US. How will you cook yours in the slow cooker? Those mince pies look lovely. My grandma used to make those. Well, like I said, I think in my previous video, I've got a smashing recipe for mince pies that I will link down below. And I've done them last year round about Christmas time. And they're so easy. And she's talking about, you know, gammon in the slow cooker, which is quite funny because that's what we had today, actually. And I will link that recipe down below as well. It's super simple. I've just put this on low today for 8 hours. And I didn't add anything else. Just a wee touch of water and the gammon. Sometimes I add spices and different things, but today I just kept it simple, just done the gammon with the water, left it on low for 8 hours, and it was absolutely delicious. Just leave it sitting for about half an hour. Once it comes out, and slice it up and it's good to go. So thank you very much for your comment again, Babina. So that's it. That was just a wee selection of your comments from during the week. Like I wish I could respond to each and every one of you personally. And there's Jasper there getting a nice wee tummy rub last night. sitting in his new blanket. Like I said, I would love to respond to each and every one of you personally, but as I'm sure you can appreciate by now, I'm getting quite a lot of comments, so I just pick out a wee selection, you know, just at random, just to answer at the end. But I really do appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out of your day to, you know, not just watch but comment and reply and thumbs up or thumbs down my comment, you know, my comments, my videos. It means an absolute ton to me, it really does, and it still blows me away that you guys are out there watching what I'm doing and liking what I'm doing, appreciating what I'm doing, because like I said many times before, this is just a wee hobby. You know, I absolutely love making videos for YouTube, and it just still blows my mind, like I said, that there are folk out there actually watching and liking my wee videos. It really does blow my mind. So thank you again, guys, for popping over and checking out what I'm doing this week and our meals of the week and any recipes that I'm putting up. You know, I do see the same faces and the same comments time and time again, and it's so touching, and it does mean ever so much to me. So thank you very much. And from my house in Scotland to wherever you are in the world, until next time I see you, take care and lots of love, and bye for now. Bye now.